Welcome to Werks. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you do, please like, subscribe, and comment. Today's video is on the Tangent Engineering Company's Mini Burnishing Tool. This product was supplied by Jim Enos at Tangent Engineering Company and is my honest review of the Tangent Mini Burnishing Tool. Jim is an old school machinist and is very colorful as well as humorous. Jim has a YouTube channel and its address is www.youtube.com/@tangentjim. Here's the contact information for Jim and the Tangent Engineering Company. All products are made in the good old United States. A special thanks to Jim and the others at Tangent Engineering Company for keeping their products in the United States. The Tangent Engineering Company's Mini Burnishing Tool is packaged very well in a thick and tough plastic see-through case. The label is high quality, and a tool will probably wear out before the label does. The Mini Burnishing Tool is designed for smaller lathes that would be found in a home shop. As I inspected the Mini Burnishing Tool, I did not find any burrs, excess oil, or any flaws that would need to be corrected for use. It's ready to go right out of the box. I really like the extra touch of identifying the maker and the name of the tool on the side of the tool. I did use the scan code, and it showed the Tangent Engineering Company's contact information. I was hoping it would have had information on speeds and feeds for using the Mini Burnishing Tool on different materials or other Tangent Engineering products. Keep in mind this is a new product to the market, and changes may be made to the tool as well as the information on the code side. I chucked up a piece of unknown material that I've had issues with before. I don't know why I did this other than to use a piece of scrap instead of a good piece of material. It faced really well, but when I went to cut the diameter, it screamed with chatter. I tried a few things and then gave up on it due to time constraints. Unless I can figure out what it is or what I can do with it, it's going into the scrap bin. I can tell you this, it's not going back into my lathe ever again. I tried to put the Mini Burnishing Tool into one of my Char's quick change tool holders, but I found that it would not fit. The shank on the Mini Burnishing Tool is .563 and the opening in my tool holder is .512. Here's a quick view of the tool holder Jim recommends for the Mini Burnishing Tool and a view of the dimensions of the Char tool holder. I had a few choices. 1. Do nothing with it and send it back to Jim and not use it. 2. Mill down the shank on the Mini Burnishing Tool, or 3. Open up the tool holder to accept the Mini Burnishing Tool holder. I opted for option 3. Open up the tool holder to accept the Mini Burnishing Tool for a few reasons. First, the cost of the tool holder replacement is $21. The cost of the Mini Burnishing Tool is $50. If it doesn't work, I'm not out that much money. Second, I didn't want to modify the Mini Burnishing Tool and possibly influence the outcome of the tool, good or bad. I wanted to use it as it was delivered. Third, the slight opening of the Char's tool wouldn't affect the performance of it. I just needed to remove about 60 thousandths off the top of the tool channel in order for the tool to fit. I started cutting using a tin-coated high-speed steel end mill, assuming that the holder was only case hardened. It was hard throughout the tool, so I switched to a carbide end mill and it chewed through the holder like a hot knife through butter. The fit was pretty good. I deburred and opened up the tool holder by 80 thousandths instead of 60 thousandths to give a little extra room for the tool. I chucked up a piece of cold rolled steel in the lathe and took several facing cuts to clean up the face of saw marks and make it perpendicular to the body. Once the face was cleaned up, I moved to cleaning up the body of the workpiece. I took a cut and saw that the body of the stock was not perfectly round and left a low spot. You can see the low spot by what looks like a dark flash as the body rotated in the lathe. I took a second cut to finish cleaning up the body of the workpiece and remove the low spot. I was getting a very good finish on the cuts and wondered if the Tangent Mini Burnishing Tool would make any improvement in the finish. I really like the Schar's quick change tool post setup, and it is really quick to add and remove tools, a real time saver. I removed the cutting tool and installed the Mini Burnishing Tool into the quick change tool post, which I already had centered using a dead center in the tailstock and aligning it with the center drill hole in the bearing shaft on the tool. Getting the Mini Burnishing Tool ready is fairly easy once you have the correct height. You touch off on the workpiece with your finger lightly on the bearing, and once the bearing turns, remove your finger and pull the tool off the workpiece and add a few thousandths to increase the pressure between the tool and the workpiece. It doesn't seem to take much. You're just adding a little pressure to roll the crest of the tool marks into the valley of the tool marks to create a smooth, reflective surface. I then engage the feed on the lathe towards the headstock to start burnishing. I didn't go all the way on the workpiece because I wanted raw tool marks to compare the burnishing tool. Once I reached the point I wanted to stop, I stopped the lathe, changed directions on the feed screw. I then started the lathe up and made a pass back over the already burnished body. What a difference the Tangent Burnishing Tool made. It helped with making the part a little more reflective, but the biggest gain was in the glass smooth finish. I think I'm going to be using this tool a lot, and I'm really impressed with the finish. And yes, it did improve the finish, to answer my previous question about the tool improving the finish. I'm now flipping the burnishing tool 180 degrees to burnish the facing cut. In my research, I never seen anyone burnish a facing cut with a tool this type, so I was a little apprehensive in trying this process. As my old tool and die maker mentor would tell me, the devil loves a coward. So I'm going to burnish the face on the workpiece and see what happens. I performed the same setup and turning process as I did on the body of the workpiece, with only burnishing about half the face so that I have raw tool marks to compare the burnish to. Same result, maybe a little better, really smooth glass-like feel to the burnish and a slight improvement to the reflectiveness of the part. You can see the difference in the finish much better on the face of the part. Here's the part, and you can see on the body about halfway down the turn section is a slightly darker color difference. The lighter color is where I burnished the part. That is where the glass smooth finish is, and I'm really impressed with the Tangent Engineering Company's Mini Burnishing Tool. I would spend my own money on this tool, and after using it, seeing the results by someone who has never used a burnishing tool, I would pay more than the asking price. If you're thinking about getting a burnishing tool, get this deal from Jim as fast as you can. You will not regret it. I hope you enjoyed the video and got something from it.
Thank you for watching Werks, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like the video, please give a thumbs up, subscribe for future videos, and comment. Thanks again.